Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a what sold video. This is going to be what sold for the first week of the year essentially, and today I do have sales to share with you from Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. If you are new here, I will pop a photo right here on the screen of the item we're chatting about in case one, I didn't put it in a haul, or two, maybe you missed it. I will also read to you my full SEO title so you can get a feel of the keywords and phrases that I use to help sell each item. I do cross post all of my items to all of my platforms, which are Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari, and I use NIFTY to do that. There is a 15% off discount code in the description of this video. If you have never tried NIFTY, you get 15% off of your first month, and I highly recommend it. I will also be sharing with you what each item sold for, as well as what I will earn after platform fees and my cost of goods. The majority, if not all of these items, came from the Goodwill outlet, where my cost of goods is $1.89 per pound. The first platform we're going to chat about is Depop, so let me scoot over a little bit so I can have a little more room to put stuff on the screen. Also, I'm trying to get used to wearing cashmere, but I'm really hot already. It's only, oh, that's wrong. There's no way it's that warm. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
It's 10 degrees and sunny right now.
It's 10.
Today's high will
Alexa.
be
Okay, thank you. It's 10 degrees right now. So it's freezing outside. It was cold when I woke up and I put a turtleneck on. Alexa, be quiet. I put a turtleneck on initially to film it, and then I was still cold, so I popped this grandpa cashmere sweater on. I really love the kind of Peter Pan-y color. It's a little big, but and now as I'm saying that, I'm sweltering, so I think I might just see if we can make it through. Okay, the first platform we're going to talk about is Depop. I do boost my entire store, so I will be sure to share with you whether or not the item sold via boosted listing or not. And just because I boost my entire store does not mean that every single sale is a boosted sale. In fact, I don't think a single one of these Depop sales are boosted. Anyway, first Depop sale, Eddie Bauer 550 goose down hooded puffer coat, long warm winter jacket, size large. It sold for $60 and I will make $55. Next sale, Miss Freddie 80s wool overcoat, micro gray striped trench coat, classic, clean girl, sold for $40 and I will make $35. Speaking of clean girl, if you watched my mini series, my new series here on my channel, where I covered in depth, kind of gave a Cliff Notes overview of Playcore, Coquette, and Clean Girl aesthetic. If you watched that video, I so appreciate you. It is doing okay, but it is outside of the norm for my channel, and so I just appreciate everyone that did engage with and watch the video. I had so much great feedback on the video too, so I definitely do plan on continuing that series. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, hopefully Editing Me will have popped it up in the whatever corner it is, so you can go and watch it if you want. It's only an 8-minute long video, and it covers those 3 fashion cores or aesthetics that are super trendy right now. Anyway, all that to say, thank you. Thank you for supporting new-ish content on my channel. And if you haven't watched it yet, what are you waiting for? Okay, next sale, ultra vintage black clip buckle flower belt, 70s groovy. It sold for $27 and I will make $25. Last Depop sale. So my Depop sales haven't been super great for the start of the year, but that's okay. The last Depop sale to share with you, Pop Flex Hey Shorty seamless short Z's in French roast mid flex, which is size medium large, sold for $25 and I will make $21, and this only took 1 day to sell. So Pop Flex, at least certain pieces, have a very strong buyer market on the resale market. At least in my experience with the few pieces I have thrifted, they have done very well and flipped very quickly. Okay, now we're going to move into Poshmark, and the first Poshmark sale I have to share, J. Crew Vintage 2-button wool blazer in black with gray trim, Y2K Dark Academia. This sold for $46 and I will make $35. Then I sold this Fear of God Essentials black crew neck sweatshirt, streetwear minimalist, size extra small. This didn't take very long to sell. Although I thought it was going to sell for a little bit more, but I did accept an offer, a best offer from a buyer of $60, and I will make $46. Next sale, Honey Birdie Belinda lace sheer mesh plunge bodysuit in pink, size extra large. This sold so quickly. It sold in 30 minutes for almost my full asking price. This was an offer that got automatically sent to this buyer after they liked this item on Poshmark. So they accepted my, I think it's like a 5 or 10% off offer that goes out to all my likers that NIFTY sends out for me. So they accepted this offer of $72. I will make $57. And like I said, this sold within 30 minutes of being listed. I do have several other pieces from this brand that I found in the same thrift trip, and they haven't sold yet, but this particular piece sold so quickly. So I'm not sure yet if this is a Bolo brand or not, but I will say the retail on this brand, or the retail and the resale, but both of them are very high. So I will pop the brand on the screen so you can take a look at it if you feel like it. It is a new to me brand, but like I said, this particular piece, out of the 4 or 5 things that I did find, sold within 30 minutes for almost my full asking price. Let's see how the other pieces that I have do. The next sale, Avery Haley floral corset midi dress, navy pink draped skirt, size small, sold for $45 and I will make $35. Next Poshmark sale, DVF Charleville shawl collar plaid wool peplum blazer jacket in black and green, size 6. It sold for $33 and I will make $25. Probably I would leave this type of style behind at the thrift store, at least for now. Peplums are not something that I would say is super in style, and I think that's why, even though this is a DVF branded blazer, it's wool, it's so nice, it's a peplum style, so I think that's why it only sold for $33. $25 is not bad for something I found at the bins, but I think I would leave a peplum style behind moving forward. Next sale, Patagonia R1 thermal grid fleece base layer pants, gray, men's size large, sold for $50 and I will make $39, and this was another very quick flip. Certain Patagonia pieces, let me just put it this way, all Patagonia is not made the same. Certain pieces are much more sought after. Certain pieces are almost always an instant sell. There's certain lines, certain patterns, certain styles. This particular piece I think is one of those. It's a thermal base layer bottom. It was a grid on the inside. It's the R1 line, and they were a men's size large, and they were in excellent condition. So I think all of those things combined to help them sell for, I think, close to my full asking price. I think it was $10 off of my asking price, and so quickly. If I didn't say, they sold for $50 and I will make $39. Keats stretch velvet button front shirt in dogwood, new with tag, size large, sold for $45 and I will make $35. Then I sold this icebreaker merino wool thermal base layer long sleeve in black, size large. It sold for $35 and I will make $27. Next Poshmark sale, J. Jill romantic velvet button front blouse, burgundy red vamp silk blend, size large tall, sold for $35 and I will make $26. Then I sold a Quince I just said it. Quince Magnolian cashmere crew neck sweater in ivory cream, size medium. It sold for $30 and I will make $23. Then I sold a Burberry vintage check and leather belt, gold tone hardware, size medium. This sold for $179 and I will make $140. Next Poshmark sale, Moss Bags handmade full grain leather tote bag in brown with black straps, sold for $70 and I will make $54. I sold a pair of Rains Naya wide leg lounge pants in black, size extra large, new with tags. They sold for $60 and I will make $55. Then I sold again, this, for the second time, this Flint and Tinder moleskin western shirt, rust snap button front shirt, size small. This sold for $55 and I will make $43. This is the second time I've sold this exact shirt because the first time I sold it, it was also on Poshmark. It sold for $50 and the buyer returned it to me because I had completely missed, did not photograph, didn't know, didn't see, didn't mention in the description, didn't even know that one of the two buttons here on one of the sleeves was missing the entire snap button. So the front and the back were completely missing. I didn't mention it in the description, so obviously they were able to return that to me because I made a mistake. And I listed it when I got it back and it sold pretty quickly again for $5 more with the flaw photographed and mentioned in the description. So I'll definitely take that. And the last Poshmark sale, Free People Best Day Ever multicolor patchwork sweater, boho indie sleeves, size medium, sold for $20 and I will make $15. I found this yesterday in real time at the bins and it sold overnight. I think I had this listed for like $32, but I was happy to accept a best offer and get this sweater moving out of my closet. I don't even have to inventory it. It's still sitting right here on the ground from me photographing and listing it. It hadn't even made its way all the way to the basement yet, so I will absolutely take that quick flip. And now we're going to move into the last platform, right? eBay. And I know I updated you in the last What Sold video that I was free from eBay jail. I am indeed free. I am indeed free. My sales have been so much better. I do want to say though, I think it has everything to do with me promoting my store. I was unable to promote my store for what, like, I want to say since the end of summer when I got into eBay jail, and they finally let me out in the last week of December. I got an email saying that I was a top rated seller again or something. Look, great job, great work, all your hard work is paid off, something like that. So I was then able to promote all my listings, and since then I feel like my sales have been back to normal on eBay. So for me, it's extremely important to promote my entire store. Now, I don't promote, this sweater's so big, I don't promote what they suggest. Like when I look what eBay suggests, normally it's between like 13.5% and 19% is what they're suggesting. I never do that. I usually do anywhere from 2 to 5%, usually right in the middle at 3.5% is what I promote my entire eBay store at. All that to say, you don't need to do that. If you don't think you need to do that, don't do that. Don't give them any more money than you absolutely need to. But for me, it clearly seems like I need to. My items were not being sold. My sales were absolutely dead on eBay until the switch flipped and I was able to promote again. Now, I'm not like raking in the sales and reining eBay sales by any means, but it just seems like I said, things are back to normal. Thank God. Anyway, the first eBay sale, Eddie Bauer Vintage 80s Goose Down Watch Cap in black, one size. This sold in 30 minutes. It's an international sale that's going to Japan, which is super cool. And it's over 30 and I will make 28. And the next eBay sale is also really cool. This is something, when I found it at the bins, I instantly knew that it was old and that it was for something that was a good brand, because I want to say I want to say it was like one of those like Y2K movies. I want to say it was American Pie, where one of the actors had a Leica camera that they took with them to Europe. No, it was Eurotrip. And he had a Leica camera, and so I know that Leica cameras are expensive, and I found this Leica lens Weltzer leather lens accessory pouch, vintage black. It sold for my full asking price of $40 and I will make $35, and this cost probably less than a quarter at the bins because it was so light. It was like this big, and although it was made of leather, it was very lightweight. And it's just so funny to me that my brain just now remembered as I'm filming this that what movie I knew that brand from.
What is that, a new camera? This isn't just a camera, this is a Leica
more you know
M7.
sometimes, I guess. Because I don't think, had I known that brand Had I not known that brand right off the top of my head and saw it on the little zipper pull, that I would have even been like, oh, let me figure out what this thing is. I would have just left it there. And I made what, 35? Yeah, $35. Next eBay sale, Clothing Arts pickpocket proof adventure pants, men's size 34-30, black travel cargo. They sold for 36 and I will make 31. Next eBay sale was a very quick flip and a new to me brand, also a full price sale, so the trifecta. Merino Ridge Morrison merino wool snap flannel shirt jacket in charcoal, size extra large. They sold for 75 and I will make 58. The next eBay sale, very exciting, Burberry London Y2K 100% linen wrap pleated tennis mini skirt in ecru, size 4, sold for 75 and I will make 64. I sold this Tahari 100% cashmere 2-ply V-neck sweater in lavender mauve soft knit, size extra large. This sold so quick. It sold in one day for my full asking price, which surprised me only a little bit because the brand isn't like something super fantabulous, but it is 100% cashmere. There was nothing wrong with it. It was a beautiful color and it was a size extra large. So all of those things I think really helped to sell it quickly and for my full asking price. It sold for 38 and I will make 35. One more eBay sale to share with you. Daydreamer Johnny Cash graphic crew neck sweatshirt in green, USA made, size large. This sold for 67 and I will make 56. With that, we are done with this week's What Sold video. Before we wrap up, if you are a reseller too, how are your sales going? I love to hear how your sales are going. Have you sold anything exciting? How has the beginning of this year been treating you? I would love to know in the comments below. I guess I'll let you go. If you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.